Hi, welcome to Brandtech's podcast. And today we are delving into the journey of one of the most anticipated IPOs, Niva Bupa. And we joined in with Mr. Krishnan, Ramachandran, the MD and CEO. Pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
So, Mr. Krishnan, you're propelling into a different horizon, and Bupa is one of the largest and fastest growing network. So, can you give us an overview of the company and what's your value proposition?
Sure. No, thank you firstly, and thank you once more for having me on your show. In terms of value proposition, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a bouquet of products that comprehensively cover for a number of large customer segments. So I think we have market leading and innovative products for mass affluent and affluent, for the HNI, for millennials with our product called Aspire. We have Senior First for our senior citizens.
Okay.
And we have Smart Health Plus for people living with chronic conditions. So one, of course, is a value proposition around financial protection, but equally importantly, we believe in being a partner in wellness as much as in illness, right? So we've built out some very carefully curated healthcare journeys for our customers. So whether it's knowing your health through a doctor consult, getting an expert second medical opinion, whether it's understanding your condition through quality health content, or getting prescription drug delivery at home. We have stitched all of that together in a very seamless manner for our customers. So I think we have a great value proposition for our customers. The other one, which is important to see, at the end of the day, the customers buy our product because they believe that we will stand by them in their hour of need, which is when it comes to settling a claim. And I think there we have two value propositions I can talk about. One is our claim settlement ratio, consistently above 90% for the last few years.
Okay.
And also the fact that customers choose to renew with us, more than 90% by value, choose to renew with us every year.
Super.
So long answer to your question, but I do believe we have a great value proposition.
Sure. So who are your partners on this building, while you're building this
So we have a very high quality curated set of partners. They would include Apollo 24/7, they would include Tata 1mg, Get Visit, they would include MediBuddy. So a good range of partners providing these services to our customers.
Okay. What's driving the growth in the space?
One is, of course, low penetration levels, but in terms of what are the levers that drive growth from our standpoint? One is products for customer segments. Second is investments in distribution.
Okay.
Third is technology to make sure that we are able to draw customers onto our digital assets and then have a conversation with them into buying health insurance.
Like you mentioned, you're democratizing the whole health insurance.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what are the initiatives you're taking?
All of what I described, right? Democratizing means having something for customer segments, right? So that's one part of democratizing. Democratizing is through reach, through our distribution, whether it's agents, banks, non-banks, direct to consumer, or digital partners like Policybazaar, right? That's another example of democratization. And third is just in terms of ease of doing business, right? Using technology to make it easy to do business. So that's also about democratizing, right? And all of this, is really about living our purpose, which is to give every Indian the confidence to access the best healthcare. And in today's India, healthcare is expensive. Indians, unfortunately, have to deal with non-communicable as well as infectious disease. So it's really about making sure that, when it comes to hospitalization expense, health insurance really stands by them.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Can you give us details of the IPO and how do you plan to utilize the funds?
So the primary part of the IPO is 800 crores. The 800 crores will be used to continue our journey and investments into capitalizing on the opportunity and also serving, to make sure that we are adequate from a solvency standpoint. So that's really what the company intends to do with the primary capital we are raising.
Wonderful. So you are a visionary leader. So what has been your leadership mantra all along?
Firstly, thank you for that compliment. In terms of my recipe for being a leader, it starts and ends with talent. I always say that if you want to build an institution, you have to first and foremost make sure that you have the right people in the right places, that you're providing for a great culture of performance, of meritocracy, and you're making sure that people are appropriately recognized and rewarded for their efforts. So it's quite simple, but I think it's ultimately what works.
Super. And what is the next big picture?
The next big picture is to continue to relentlessly focus on all of the things that I described. We are on the drawing board to figure out what next from a product standpoint. We will continue to work away on our distribution. We are looking to add more bank partners, non-bank partners, looking to open more offices, looking to strengthen our digital and direct capabilities. So yes, my mantra is also, outcomes come from execution, right? Strategy is only 5% of what it takes to do well. 95% is about execution, and we are quite focused on making sure that we get things done.
Thank you so much for making India healthy. Your final words for the young Indians.
I'd say in your financial protection umbrella, there are a few things you should consider. One is, of course, savings and investments, but equally protection. And in protection, my advice for young Indians is make sure you have two things. One is health insurance, and the other is term insurance.
All right. On that note, we wind up. Thank you so much for talking to us. It was a pleasure to host you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Likewise.